Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Year of the Batman. Today we're um, looking over the BTAS series, Christmas with the Joker. So, first debut of the Joker in the show, also first debut of Robin. At least I think. I don't know. Like I said, I'm going on the DVD release here, so not the actual release of it. I don't know why the hell they would do it differently on the DVDs, but they did. So oh well. Before I get into that nitty gritty, though, one thing I wanted to go over yesterday is talking about the theme song of Batman the Animated Series. And I know this is going to be a super hot take, but like, I find it like super mid. Don't get me wrong, the score is absolutely phenomenal, but like, what's going on while the score is playing? I mean, it's literally just Batman going to stop a robbery and fighting two guys, and that's it. I mean, a bank blows up. He's called. He drives the Batmobile. He fights two guys on the roof, and that's it. I don't really know why people consider that like one of the best openings of all time. The score carries it hands down. It's one of the best Batman related scores ever. But like everything else, it just feels so I mean, yeah, it's neat, but like seeing it 50 plus times in a row, watching like rewatching everything, it just gets old fast. But anyway, so back to Christmas with the Joker. It feels just right off the bat kind of like a 60s cartoon because it's all the crooks in like the penitentiary are like celebrating Christmas, and Joker sings the famous jingle bells, Batman spells, and all that stuff. And he gets on top of a Christmas tree, and the Christmas tree just like has a rocket at the bottom and just shoots him straight out of prison. And I'm just like, how the hell did you pull that off? I mean, every single like one of Joker's capers, I'm always like, how did you do that? I would love to see like his setup for some of these stuff because it gets pretty crazy down the line. Anyway, so Batman and Robin, they're going on patrol to try and find him. They're not finding anything. They're about to watch It's a Wonderful Life, but the broadcast is interrupted because Joker, he's broadcasting all the televisions, and he kind of like hijacked Christmas, and he's like throwing a Christmas special, but like a Joker version of it. And he's like, "Oh, I have no family to spend Christmas with, so I stole a family." I'm like, "Okay, that's that's funny." And he steals Commissioner Gordon. I want to say her name's like Susan Boyle, maybe. I feel like she's like a prosecutor, and then Detective Bullock. And he's like, "Oh, Batman, you gotta find me by the stroke of midnight, or they'll die." And I'm just like, "Oh, damn." Okay, because this version of Joker's probably my all-time favorite because he is both silly and like insanely aggressively violent. Where like the Cesar Romero one, yeah, he was wacky and whatnot, but I never really felt that he was like purely evil. This Joker, I'm just like, yeah, you're a psychopath. I will stay the hell away from you. Um, so Batman and Robin, they located the signal. They found out where it was, and Joker, he's like, Batman, look, I've got a little miniature replica of Gotham City, and it's got the trains and whatnot. And he's got like this little hand puppet. He's like, I fucking hate bridges. And Joker's like, oh well, let's fix that. And then he like tells his henchmen like it's like Blitzen and Rudolph or something, so two reindeer names. And he's like, blow up the bridge. And they're like, okay. So they blow up a bridge, and Joker's like, oh, by the way, the 11:30 is on its way hit to that bridge right now. So they got to stop what they're doing and cut off that bridge. And I really like the teamwork that Batman and Robin have, because they just flow so well together. Because Batman's like, I'll go for the engineer. You cut the car to the the passengers, which they do it smoothly. He saves the engineer. The passengers are saved. One weird animation thing I saw. So there were three carts going off the edge of the bridge, and then you see like an explosion happen, and you see two cars perfectly fine, and I'm just like, okay, if the engine completely exploded, like nothing was left, how are the two cars right behind it in pristine condition? It might have just been like they didn't want to fool too much with the animation, but I was just like, come on, you could at least put some scuffs on it or something. It was very brief, but still, it bugged me. Um, Another thing that bugs me when Joker has Commissioner Gordon, Detective Bullock, and the other girl hostage, he gags them with candy canes, which isn't so bad, but like he just puts it in their mouths, and like he like takes the candy canes out to let them talk, and I'm just like, why the fuck aren't you just spitting the candy cane out? It's not like bound to you or anything. You're just keeping it in because you like the taste of candy cane. It's I don't know. That part really did bug me. I don't know why. It just pissed me off because I'm just like, y'all are smart. All three of you I know are smart enough to spit a fucking candy cane out. But I digress. So they find the location of where the signal was taking them, but it turns out it was a trap because Joker had like planted some kind of I don't know what he planted exactly, but some kind of like tracking device that led him there to the observatory, and he somehow finagled the observatory, like the big telescope and whatnot, into a cannon, like a big laser cannon. And I'm just like, how the fuck did you do all this? Like, you've been out for like 3 hours. What have you been doing? Like, you blew up a bridge. You designed a Christmas tree to shoot you out like a rocket that you could drive. Uh, you make these like fucking 12-foot tall robotic killer nutcrackers, which we'll get to later. Um, you invented this gotcha tracking device. You turned an observatory into a weapon. Like, Joker, what are you on? Like, has he been planning this a hot minute or what? Like I said, would love to see how the fuck he manages any of this, but oh well. So Batman, he draws the fire in from the observatory, and he gets Robin to blow it up from the inside, which is all fine and dandy. He also in the observatory he has these motion detecting Joker robots that machine gun fire at you. So Robin had to take all those down while he was taking down the cannon, which he does. Robin's pretty badass in this series. So now they're like, well, shit, we don't know where he's at, and it's almost midnight. And then Joker, he's like taunting him, and he whips out like this one doll. It was like a present to the one girl, and he was like, "Oh, watch her destroy Gotham City," and he sets her off on like the Gotham City diorama. And Batman's like, "Oh my god, that doll hasn't been made in years, and it was made at like the Laugh-A-Lot factory." And I'm just like, Batman, that is so specific. How the fuck do you know that? Like, I get that he's the world's greatest detective. He's got a mind like no others, but like the fact that he paid attention to a doll coming out and like that specific doll not being made anymore at a factory, I don't know. I was like, you're stretching it just a smidge. So they go to the factory. Joker's there. He's holding like the three people over like a vat of acid or something, and he's like, Batman, open my present or they die. And Batman opens the present and he just gets pied in the face, which I'm like, okay, that's funny. Seeing Batman get pied in the face because Joker gave him a Christmas present, that's pretty funny, guys. Okay. And then Joker, he still snips it anyway, but Batman, he kind of, as badass, just like jumps over the big cauldron, catches all three humans and like fully grown adults and goes to the ground. And he then catches up with Joker, who like falls, and he's like holding him over the pit because he caught him. But yeah, and then it ends with like Batman and Robin finally watching It's a Wonderful Life, and Robin's like, "See, Batman, it is a wonderful life," and Batman's like, "Yeah, it has its moments. It is nice sweet moment there, but yeah, good pretty good episode. This version of Joker will keep you on your feet just because he's he's so wacky but like so unpredictably dangerous. Mark Hamill, I think this was probably his like weakest acting role for like Joker because it was his first. So getting into it, but it was still really good. Uh, yeah. So even though I know it gets like way better, I can look at it and be like, oh, okay, this is a weaker performance. Still good, but weaker compared to. Ranking wise, I probably rank this a good 6 out of 7 episode. It barely misses 7 because I wanted to give it a 7, but there's like so many little plot holes in there that I just don't really care for. So I don't know. If it's if it's like really stupid over the top, I don't mind it. But if it's just like candy cane in the mouth, just spit it. I don't know. Shit like that bugs me. But still, excellent episode. So yeah, bye.